Okay, card number 2 is the Eagle card. Now, I don't know if you watched the first video, but the Eagle card is very much the opposite approach to transformation. It is a transformation card, but it's the opposite approach to the first card, which is the Phoenix, where you're sitting in the fire and you're rising above it. And the fire, with this, you're being forced into the karmic fire in order to transform. So it's basically, you've asked for help in the past with something, and they've been giving you guidance, but you weren't exactly listening. So they, in a sense, are going to force you into change. They're going to basically take over the wheel and force you into this change. Now, you can never really actually be forced into anything because we all have free will, but this is definitely their best attempt at it. So they're going to push you into becoming a better, higher version of yourself. So you're going to face several challenges, or what's going to feel like challenges to you, or obstacles. You just need to know that there is purpose behind these. You're going to feel the heat, literally, from the fire. You're gonna feel that, and it's supposed to push you far enough in order for you to finally make the change you needed to make. And just know that while you're in that fire, that there is purpose behind it, and you're supposed to feel that way because it's the driving force that's going to finally make you change. Okay, and if you want to think about it this way, the higher the heat you're feeling, the closer you are to the sun, meaning the more heat you're being thrown towards, it's pushing you closer and closer and closer to that higher, more radiant version of yourself. And I think a part of the problem from the past of you saying, well, I've asked for help and nothing seems to be working, nothing seems to be changing, it's because you really like control and you weren't ready to completely hand over this situation or problem or challenge to the divine, to the universe. And so you really restricted yourself on allowing them to take that wheel. And at this point, you really need to just, if you really want this change and you really want to be this bigger, better, brighter version of yourself and receive the things you desire, you really need to hand the wheel over and just kind of roll with it. Take the chances that you may not necessarily take. You're going to want to choose the more difficult or unknown paths, because that's where you've resisted before in the past, and you're going to feel the fear and you're going to feel the heat, but this is literally what it's going to take in order for you to completely transform and move yourself out of what you were and the place you were at into this new higher version of yourself. So they will lead you where you're supposed to go, but you have to be willing to take the heat, to reflect on the heat, give up the control, and just say, all right, this is what needs to happen. I'm going to live with it. I'm going to learn from it, and I'm going to grow. Because otherwise, you're just going to keep repeating the same patterns that you have been receiving. So they're saying, hey, heads up. Here we go. You want this help. I'm going to push you into the fire. I'm going to push you until you break away, let go of control so you can finally grow and transform.